Welcome to FeyanCnCtv. Today we have a 2 versus 1 on the map Redzone Rampage, and we'll have 2 teams of 2 players. Starting off at the left bottom, we'll have the teal player, and he went random and got a GDI faction. It is Matthew. And Matthew's ally to his right is the Steel Talons player, Vice. And on the other side is their enemies in a team of 2 also. The orange vanilla GDI, it is Nick. Nick's ally right to his right side is the Zocom player, Jimmy. So the one playing in his lonesome all the way up here, sending infantry straight to the Tiberium Spike. Playing vanilla GDI, it is Feyan. So Feyan's got this north side. We'll see how everyone is doing. There are spikes on this map. There are 4 spikes, so these will all be contested spikes. So we see Matthew going quickly with Rifleman Squad up top to see what Feyan is doing. Feyan already quickly took his own spike that's close to him. It looks like Matthew wants this middle, this EMP control device, drops a foxhole right in the middle so he has eyes on it, and also can protect it a bit so his engineer can come and take it, or maybe Vice's engineer. So it looks like Jimmy and Feyan are already exchanging some bullet fire over here. Feyan was the quickest to take his this Tiberian Spike. He's got 2 foxholes right here. Let's see what's going on up here then. Feyan sending rocket squads up top to protect his harvester against the rush. He will kill this this scout, so preventing Matthew and Vice, of course, because you see everything that your ally also sees. So preventing them from getting eyes on his base. Let's see what's going on down here. So I don't think that was nothing. There was a battle mark. Oh, here it is. Okay, so Vice has got eyes on this left part of Nick's base. He will do a little bit of pressure on these harvesters, so he's gonna force Nick to come out with something that can destroy this foxhole. So Nick will come out with units quickly. This one is too quickly brought off the line because your harvester still has a whole lot of health, so you just have to let it keep on harvesting, because this is costly time and money that you lose by sending the harvester to already repair itself. Wolverine's on the field for Vice. He's gonna go and add to more of the pressure. Notice after a long day's work, my voice is a bit gone. Aha, okay, so Vice took the EMP over here. See what Feyan's doing. Feyan's got, alright, second refinery out now. See who else has 2 refineries. Matthew's got 2 refineries. He's got 4 harvesters. 2 harvesters for Vice. Vice needs to quickly make more harvesters. Nick, 2 harvesters over here for Nick. A Titan over here already pressuring the harvesters of Nick. So Nick should not be harvesting over here, but he should be harvesting over here. If you see that your harvesters continuously get pressured, then move them to another field. There's a lot of fields. He can go here. He can also go here. Jimmy dropping some watchtowers. What he could do is drop his watchtowers a bit further away from his base, so at least he'll have more coverage. So Feyan is getting quick money. I think he's the one with the most money right now because he's got the 2 Tiberium spikes, so that will add to his amount. He's got some Predator tanks and some APCs on the field already. Let's see what he's going for. There should be another refinery. There it is, his 3rd refinery on the field. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 harvesters. That's it. So Feyan is low on harvester right now. Matthew already had 4, so Matthew should maybe have the most money of them all. Aha! The first exchange, the first skirmish of the match. 2 Titans for Vice. Vice can send this Titan back. Okay, there he is. He is sending it back, but he might lose it. He might lose it if this Predator tank gets one more shot off, and it will, because it's faster than the Titan. There it is. So Nick gets his first Titan kill. Jimmy drops a watchtower to go help his ally. Let's see what Jimmy's doing. Jimmy has an engineer over here. I think he's ready to take this Tiberium spike. These men got killed over here. Okay, so Feyan's gonna take out this foxhole of Matthew. He doesn't want Matthew to have eyes on this part. The longer you stay in the dark, in the fog of war, then the better it is for you, because then you can do some sneaky attacks that your opponents can't see, like maybe an Orca rush or a Firehawk rush. Okay. Matthew's already expanding up here, sending some units already to reinforce this part. Let's see what Feyan is gonna do. Nothing exciting yet. Okay, Feyan's on 5 harvesters now. He's got some Predator tanks, but he doesn't have that much. He's sending some APCs to come take care of this rifleman squad. Is there anything happening here on the south side? Not yet. Where's Jimmy's choppers? No choppers yet from Jimmy. He does have some APCs. They're not upgraded yet. Okay, here it is. The clash between Matthew and Feyan over here. Matthew has some cover from this foxhole. He's got 4 Predator tanks. Feyan is moving back. He doesn't have enough troops. There he is. He's sending also rocket men forward to reinforce his front line. With these rocket men, he will be able to get the upper hand on these Predator tanks. Because Matthew doesn't have any anti-infantry, only the infantry that he has here, so he is thinning out the numbers of Feyan. But Feyan has enough rocket soldiers. Look, see, he's going to send them up over here to stay out of range from the foxhole, and then come back and take care of these 3 tanks. Matthew is... Where is your refinery? I expect Matthew to drop a refinery somewhere over here. Vice can also already start building here. Vice should already start building here. Maybe a war factory barracks. He needs to help Matthew to defend this position. Okay, the fight down here is intensifying between Vice and Nick. Vice moving forward with 3 Titans. What Nick has to do, there he is. Nick has a good counter with missile squads. And Vice sees that now. Vice realizes, I don't have any anti-infantry. There he is. His anti-infantry. He has to send them forward now. You gotta send these Wolverines forward. These Wolverines can take care of this missile squad, but he will take losses. But what Vice has to do is go quickly into Juggernauts. He does have his tech center, so go into Juggernauts quickly. See what Feyan... Okay, Feyan already transitioned into slingshots because he is expecting the choppers of Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy's choppers are out now. He's got 3. Let's see if the... Yeah, AP ammo is researched. Feyan and Matthew are clashing up here because Feyan wants to expand. He's sending Predator tanks forward, but also the APCs to take care of this infantry squad. Matthew is pumping out infantry because he needs to fill this up with more of his numbers. Okay, he reinforces his line with more Predator tanks, but Feyan's also got, I think, the equal amount of Predator tanks. It's 4 against 4. But his Predator tank is almost dead over here, but he does have a lot of APCs. So with these APCs, they already have AP ammo. There it is. So they'll do a lot of damage on their own. Okay, Feyan is moving his MCV now. So as soon as he moves this MCV, he'll start building refineries over here. And you can also, of course, drop your base defense. He keeps his MCV a bit in the back over here because he wants to make sure that he wins this battle first. It looks like he's going to win. Matthew loses his units over here. He does have some missile squads coming up from the south. He's forcing Feyan to go back. Feyan's going to drop a support power. It's the Bloodhounds, but he sent them a bit too far forward. Okay, Nick is forming a good front line over here. What Nick had to do was set these Guardian cannons a bit further over here. Because if you send them over here, then you can pressure Vice's heavy harvesters. So if he could, he should have made these watchtowers right here. He should have made them right here. Vice also has already a force over here. Heavy force, Titan force. With this force, Feist should have already moved forward and break Feyan's line. Should have moved and broken Feyan's line right here, because Matthew is struggling here on his own. Looks like Matthew's trying to hold the line by himself, but Feyan is getting overwhelming forces. Feyan, I think, accidentally sent a slingshot up here, because this slingshot is useless. There's no air units over here. Railguns are done for Matthew. Feyan's railguns are not being researched yet. It's almost done. Okay, now his railguns are done. Railguns are done. Yeah, railguns are done, but Feist should already help him. Look, see? So if Feist helped Matthew here, then Matthew would have destroyed this and pushed Feyan back, and Feyan would have lost, I think, because then they would just keep on pushing. Because Feist has enough over here. He even has hammerheads, or Matthew even has hammerheads. So this whole army should have went up and destroyed this force of Feyan. So Feyan is just pushing over here now. See, there's nothing here to the south. No action. There is some action over here. Okay, Jimmy is going to take out this EMP device of Feist. So he's going to prevent Feist from using the EMP on his chopper. So good move of Jimmy to take that out. Feyan just continues to be aggressive over here. He's going to take the MCV of Matthew. Matthew's only MCV, I think. So this is going to be a deadly blow of Matthew. But Matthew should have sent his MCV back earlier once he saw that his first wave got killed, because he knows once your first wave got kills, then it's already it's downhill from there. So this was a bit late in retreating his MCV. Feyan has to move back now, because he knows these Titans, are they upgraded? Yep, they're upgraded with railguns, but Feyan is going to counter that with missile squads. There's only a single APC over here for against the infantry, but this APC will die quickly, because Feyan's got, there it is, it's gonna die quickly. So many rockets gonna be on his way. Looks like these two players are not pressuring each other yet. Feyan has dropped the line here. He has dropped the defensive line. He's got slingshots over here, so he's ready for the choppers of Jimmy, but he also has missile squads to protect him from any ground forces. If you notice, and if Jimmy scouted this or Nick scouted this, let's see that Feyan doesn't have anti-infantry here. So this force you can kill with a lot of infantry. So if they came themselves with a lot of missile squads, then they could have destroyed Feyan's base right here. Okay, here's the clash. Here's the clash between Feyan and Feist. So Feist decided to send his army up. It is late though. It is late. And Feyan's juggernauts are already here on the front line. So you see that Feyan has moved his army over here instead of over here. So he moves them to the left side, because the right side is already covered by the sonic emitter and his juggernauts. And his juggernauts were here just in time to destroy all the Titans of Vice. And so the army of Vice is gone. Matthew also doesn't have an army anymore. Vice is making mammoth tanks now, transitioning into mammoth tanks. There were some units here still from Matthew. I do wonder why they didn't send all of this at once, and this too. They should have sent all of this at once instead of sending a smaller group, however large it looked like. But if you had these units in your base, okay, Feyan's gonna feel this. He's gonna feel the force of this behemoth. Looks like Jimmy's gonna go out for a raid. Let's follow this raid. As Feyan is gonna gather his forces over here, he's gonna group them up, and then he's gonna push. Let's just follow and see what Jimmy does. Looks like Jimmy has taken the Tiberium Spike. Let's see how many harvesters Jimmy has. 1, 2. 2 harvesters, is that it? 1, 2. Jimmy has 2 harvesters. Nick has 1, 2, 3. Okay, Nick has 3 harvesters. Vice has 1, 2, 3. 3 harvesters also for Vice. Matthew should also have a couple, but he's been losing harvesters because of Feyan's juggernauts. His juggernauts have been peppering these harvesters from far. 4 mammoth tanks for Vice. He should move these mammoth tanks already forward. Yeah. See, even together with these zone troopers, this is already quite a... Look at this! Even these behemoth. This is a good force already to counter Feyan. Oh, Feyan's got a Marv on the field. And this is such a dangerous... This is a dangerous unit because... Wait a second. Did I also hear a Marv? Yes. Okay, so Vice also made a Marv. Vice's Marv here on the front line. Meat shield Marv. Doesn't look like Feyan put anything in his Marv. I don't see any infantry that he made to go into this Marv. So he just made the Marv and he's going to send the Marv straight away to the front line. He's got a lot of Juggernauts already. So while everyone has an average of three harvesters per person, let's take a look how many harvesters Feyan has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 harvesters for Feyan. He has his Space Command uplink up. There is a super weapon, an ion cannon by Vice, coming in 4 minutes. He still has his mammoth tanks. They should all be facing up. He should have positioned them to face up, so they're ready to go. This mammoth tank is going to take fire from this Juggernaut soon. Here we go on the right side. This Marvesting the blue Tiberium. And this Marv will pressure. Okay, Jimmy's here to pressure this Marv. This Marv can't shoot up. So good job from Jimmy, but slingshots from Vice moving forward. Going to take out maybe a couple of hammerheads. But he doesn't have enough slingshots. So his slingshots are going to die. His behemoths are feeling that sting of the Zocom hammerheads. I don't think Vice's Marv is going to last long, even though it's meat shield. Look at this entire army of Nick moving forward. This Marv is taking heavy fire from the air. APCs from Nick. AP ammo filled with rocket squads. Moving forward. Good move from Nick. This is a very good move from Nick. Good move from Nick. He's right here already. Knocking on Vice's doorstep. Let's take a look. Oh, looks like Matthew is doing the Juggernaut trick. Hitting Feyan's barracks. Feyan's already... He's seen that. So Matthew should have... Okay, snipers are right over here. I have to follow this match. Nothing really interesting up there. Okay, here we go. But the main match is right here. Nick sending all his APCs forward, but his APCs getting killed because they are low health. So APC should not be your front line. He really needed some... Because he's vanilla GDI, so you need your Predator tanks. Here we go. Zocom versus vanilla GDI. The Marv of Vice dies on the front line, but Matthew is here right on time with his zone troopers, helping Vice defend his side of the base. Matthew also has his hammerheads over here, helping Vice to hold the line, but Feyan, it's Feyan's turn now. It looks like Feyan is moving forward now, so just as they beat back 2 enemies, Feyan's here, their enemy to the north. And because he has this entire north area, he might call himself the King of the North. He's here already now with his Juggernauts. Gonna easily take down these mammoth tanks with superior numbers. Vice or Matthew is sending his Juggernauts up now. They can mount a defense, but they have to hurry up and move up. They are gonna lose a lot of their structures. Over here, Feyan's got that Marv. There's nothing in this Marv though. I think he was in a hurry. There he is. It's Juggernauts versus Juggernauts. Shell fire against shell fire. The real guns from the zone troopers. Look at that. That is a beauty to behold. Feyan's front line is pushing over here. He doesn't have anti-infantry, so he's gonna struggle against these zone troopers. What these zone troopers should do is just kill off these Predator tanks. More anti-infantry from Matthew. APCs taking out Feyan's missile squads. Feyan's Marv is untouched yet, and he does have a lot of anti-infantry, so he's going to take out all of these orcas from Matthew. I think those were Matthew's orcas, and he's got his Juggernauts that killed from range. He killed Matthew's Juggernauts. What does Vice still have? Vice's army was already killed over here by Nick. They needed to quickly take this back. Vice moved his heavy harvesters back because he can't harvest here. Looks like Nick is reforming his front line. More APCs. What Nick needed was Predator tanks because he has the real guns. So go Predator tanks. Jimmy. It looks like Jimmy's over here pressuring Feyan. Hitting Feyan's blind side over here. Okay, Feyan laser fences his construction yard. He's got one single APC over here. Feyan's gonna lose a harvester. Good job from... Okay, there's a slingshot over here. Feyan does have a couple more slingshots. Okay, there he is. He's gonna take some choppers of Jimmy. but Feyan just continues to push over here. He's got a slow moving force. He's got a front line of missile squads, but close to his front line is already that Marv, so his missile squads are protecting all these units. Jimmy's here with choppers. So Feyan's only anti-air over here is this missile squad. Let's see what else he's making. He's got 2 engineers, 3 engineers, made them for nothing actually. I think he wanted to send those engineers in his Marv, but there's nothing in this Marv though. So just some lone behemoths. Just gonna live for a couple minutes because Feyan's gonna take that down. He's got, oh, here we go. It is a support power from Matthew. I think it's Matthew. I forgot. I think this is an, oh, what is this called again? Satellite something. Take a look at what's happening over here. Oh, okay. Oh, I missed this. So Jimmy did a raid. He killed off this entire right side of Feyan's army. Good job, Jimmy. Killed off this entire right side of Feyan's army, but Feyan responded now, sending slingshots over here to the right side. He does have anti-infantry over here. So I think he lost the refinery, lost a couple more structures, but it's not, it wasn't a death blow because look at this. His main base is actually here now, and he's already pushing. He's pushing. He should already be here actually. So Feyan is moving too slowly, harvesting a little bit over here. It looks like there he is. He's reinforcing his front line with more of the missile squads, APCs now because he realized no anti-infantry. Then he's gonna push forward. More missile squads. I think the key word is more. Okay, so Matthew is defeated. I think his last building was taken down by Feyan from the Juggernaut fire. Vice is still healing up his last behemoth. He doesn't have any money anymore because his well, he's got 1 heavy harvester just working, but he just doesn't have enough money to defend himself. So Feyan will just slowly move forward. Looks like we have an attack over here. Shatterer tanks from Jimmy. Good. This is a good move. Good move from Jimmy, but Feyan is now coming into action now. He's going to respond with his front line over here. He's got a support power ready. He's got that 1 behemoth hitting them from far. So if he keeps the zone shatterers here, okay, here he did the support power. It's the EMP satellite. I forgot what the name is exactly, but it's good enough. He takes out half of the zone shatterers, and then the other half he just destroys. And with that, surrounds them in a half moon and destroys all the zone shatterers. So stops this attack from Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna respond now with choppers. Looks like he's gonna try and flank Feyan from the other side, but Feyan is already here, taking out the base of Vice. Oh, and they clash. Feyan clashes with Nick's army. Nick is here also. I think Nick was wondering, where is all this base? And then he sees Feyan's rocket squads just firing a ballista of rockets. Look at that. Juggernaut just hitting this war factory from far. Feyan's Juggernaut's over here. Nick's front line, no match for Feyan's Juggernauts. Feyan just keeps on pouring in units from his base. More Juggernauts. Look at all these Juggernauts. He's got slingshots here, so this is a well-balanced army. He's got to hurry up and kill these buildings over here. Doesn't look like... Okay, they do have a couple more units. If they group up all their units, they might be able to mount a smaller defense. Okay, Jimmy's up here now. Jimmy here with another raid, but he's getting hit hard by this AA battery. Upgraded with tungsten. Tungsten is your best defense against these Zocom air units. Jimmy, I think, lost half of his choppers. He did come and try and see and test the might of Feyan's original position, but there's just a lot of anti-air over here. All these units are anti-air except for this Juggernaut. Feyan's here now. It looks like he moved his forces to the middle and is going to hit Vice. He's going to hit Jimmy and Nick from the middle over here because there's no base defense here. All the base defense is up here, see? So he's trying to bypass the base defense because the base defense is also on the south. So that's why he decided to go through the middle, because this area, no base defense. There's just one over here, and then he's too close to that watchtower. So Feyan just continues. Okay, there's just one ion cannon over here. I don't know if he saw that, but he needs to destroy that quickly. He needs to destroy this building. Sometimes Feyan is just not aggressive enough in destroying buildings, but just continues to make units He's got refineries all over the place. I think he has 3 war factories out. He's got the hub over here, another war factory over here. Oh no, he's got 2 war factories now because Jimmy destroyed 1 or 2. But Feyan is already here. He uses his own support power. I think this is the orbital. This is the orbital bombardment. I'm not sure. I think so. Feyan's units flooding Nick's base, Jimmy's base. He's already here, and then he's got another army on the left. Sees the ion cannon. He'll destroy that ion cannon and then start moving with his army to the right. There you go. Vice has been defeated. Looks like Jimmy's already starting to sell units and buildings. He's got a couple of hammerheads still, but they won't last long because there's so much anti-air here from Feyan. He loses another chopper. He's got 1 chopper left. All he can do is make base defense. All they can do is make base defense. The only problem is the juggernauts will just take out your base defense from far. So there's no answer to this anymore. There's no answer to this anymore. But now that I notice it and I watch the replay, the one decisive move was from Vice. If Vice sent his Titans and attacked Feyan together with Matthew, then they would have prevented Feyan to come and expand here. And because Feyan expanded here, he got more money and just started pumping out units. So if they were able to keep Feyan in his corner, then they would have won. I know that for sure, because then they would have this left side and then they would have the money. They would have this Tib field and this Tib field and this Tib field and the other 2 Tib fields at their starting position. So, but now, so the longer it lasted, and because Feyan defeated Matthew here, and then later on Vice, because they didn't attack together, then Feyan could take them out 1 by 1. So now Feyan is here already. Look, he's already surrounded their base, sending in more APCs already here to the front. He even sent his engineers because he just pressed the Q button, I think. His entire base is empty. All of his units are over here on the front line, just gonna move forward now. Marv moving forward. Oh, there is 1 unit in here. He does have 1 unit in the Marv. That's why. It doesn't really matter what you have in your Marv. As long as your supporting units are there, then the Marv will do its work. Because the strongest point of the Marv is its armor. So you just keep him in front, and sometimes, you don't really even need to fill it. Actually, it would be good, but sometimes if you need to wait for units to stick in your Marv, you're waiting for minutes. So the most important thing with a Marv is you protect it with other units, like the Juggernauts. You protect it with APCs and missile squads, so this Marv stays alive. So it's just a matter of time now. Feyan is just gonna keep on going and kill this base off. There's nothing left here to stand in its way. Nick's defeated over here, so it's just Jimmy. So I'm gonna cut off the stream now. It's just a matter of time. So Feyan just destroys all these buildings. It was a very, very interesting match to watch. Let's press the escape and just take a look at the stats. Units. Feyan just continuously making units, but also because he made a lot of infantry. See, in the beginning, even in the beginning, so you see Jimmy was the one with the most buildings in the beginning. Resources, Feyan. Actually, the whole time he had the most resources if you just look at this graph, and then at a certain point he just exponentially grew in resources. The stats here, 21,000, speaks for itself. Versus 7, versus 6, 4-3 for Nick, and 6-6 for Jimmy. So I hope you enjoyed this match on Redzone Rampage, and we'll see you next time on FeyanCnCtv.